Marlon Wayans and VLADTV. Did you hear about this one, this conflict?
Absolutely.
So, if you didn't hear, quick story, super quick. Marlon Wayans and VLADTV, look him up if you don't know him. VLADTV do interviews. He sometimes
everybody who gonna click this video definitely know VLADTV.
Marlon Wayans told VLADTV this. Vlad apparently hit him up because this is important. I think apparently Vlad hit him up for an interview. Marlon hit him with a price, $40K and 30% of the perpetual income from the revenue from YouTube and all of that, because we'll get into how I feel about it.
That's an insane request, though.
All right, okay, we'll get into it. So that was his price. Vlad got mad, exposed this price in another interview with another comic.
That was also an insane.
Being messy boots. Too. He put them Uggs right on. Messy boots.
That was nasty work.
And he tried to get Aries, and Aries, shout out to him, Aries Spears did not fall into the trap. Stayed away from it. A little shade. The wind was blowing, and then the leaves kind of flew that way, so the shade hit. But then the wind stopped blowing, and the sun came back, so it wasn't no shade no more. But a little shade, Aries. We kind of know what you implied, but we don't know what you meant for real. You could have attacked Vlad, and that's why you didn't want to say nothing, so we're going to give you grace. But so he didn't comment on it, but Vlad was fishing like he do because that's him. And then they started beefing after that. But the conversation is beefing on Twitter, going back and forth about all of that because Vlad was mad about the price, whatever. The conversation is, though, one, was Marlon wrong for having a price? Two, was the price like too high or wrong, as in Vlad say? Or three, is you on Marlon's side? Respect my price. If you don't want to do the business, don't do the business. If I don't like, it's steakhouses that got $100 steaks, I never go. I know what they steaks cost, so I don't never go there. Easy. But so that's what the conversation is. And I guess the first thing is, was Marlon wrong?
First off, the price is insane. It's crazy. It's crazy. Marlon knew what he was doing, though. That's a crazy price. Is that too high? Yeah, that's too high. But I think Marlon did that on purpose. I don't think Marlon cared to do it, to be honest. So I think he was like, if you want me to do it, I'm going to tax you something so crazy that even if you pay it, what I'm going to do on there, you might not even be able to use it, and I'm going to finesse you out of this. But if you do use it and it goes crazy viral because I'm going to be on BS with you, I get 30% of that. I think Marlon knew exactly what he was doing. Mm-hmm. So was it a crazy price? Absolutely, but I don't think he cared if he took it or not. Yeah. Now, is Marlon right? Or would you say was the price too high? Was Marlon right about it, or was Vlad?
It was both questions. But to your point though, saying about how if Marlon like set the price or whatever, then that's what, and him, that might be a fly way to say no. Marlon should have just said that. That's one tweet after that would have been way better than all the back and forth after, because all the back and forth after is kind of what make you lose flair. And remember that saying, if you arguing with a fool from across the street, y'all both look like fools. So you should have just said, that was my no price. That was my no price. That was the price of, I do not want to do this, but I'll do it for this much money. So, and then you leave. Let him say whatever else he want to say, because he's ultimately in the wrong for exposing the business and trying to be messy about it. And that was the second question. That's just how I feel about it. So was Vlad wrong? Because
this is where I was gonna go. So Vlad dead wrong. Vlad dead wrong for multiple reasons. Number one, that's just bad business practices to be talking about a negotiation price in public, because you also throwing that number out there for future guests to know what you think is like, don't ask me for this. Like you kind of negotiating in public with an actual person that everybody know who is a legend in comedy, who is a legend in black film. Like, you kind of violating. So you dead wrong for even doing that to begin with. Now, where you also dead wrong is where you start trying to talk about views and numbers and what you doing on the Breakfast Club versus what he doing on the Breakfast Club. And you trying to compare. First off, this is what you do. This is your medium. You are an internet personality who's been doing this for 20-some years. He's a stand-up comedian. You ain't gonna go on the road and put more people in the building than Marlon Wayans. You're not gonna go make a movie and sell and have more people come to the theaters than Marlon Wayne. You put a Vlad TV interview in the theaters and put a Marlon Wayne movie in the theaters, no one's coming to see your movie, bro. So you're not in the same, interview. It would be a movie because it's in a
Technically,
theater.
you're right.
You know what I'm saying? So nobody's gonna come support you over him. So yeah, it's the internet and you might do more views, but he knows his worth. I know who I am in other avenues that you can't come in.
Movies for less. I didn't even think about that point, Quis. I don't do movies for less than that. I probably get, when he said I gave you the love price, I don't do movies for that.
Think about it. If he go have a Cat Williams moment on a Vlad TV interview, your platform is going to even double in numbers. You're going to have 8 million subscribers or whatever. You're going to have just as many views as Shannon had, but you're going to clip yours so much, you're going to probably get 7 times the views because you're going to clip it up before you even put the whole interview out. It's going to just be an accumulation of it's like, he know what he was doing, bro.
So many points to this. Like, not only do I know my worth, I'm negotiating with you just because you negotiated with these other dudes who not movie stars. Respect and love to Godfrey. He one of the funniest dudes ever, just ever. And I met him before and he know that, but he not a movie star. So I don't know what his deal was like, but I don't know if he negotiated a 10%, 20%. I really doubt that Aries negotiated a percentage, and that's probably why he didn't discuss nothing, because he was like, wait, people discussing perpetual percentages? I think he put people on to now. I should be negotiating perpetual percentages.
And that was going to be my next point. When you trying to put that, negotiate in public like that, you also trying to negotiate with other people. But that's where I think he really messed up at.
Yeah.
Because what if people start getting smart? Like, you know what? I don't want to take the little 5 G's you giving me now. How about you just give me 10% on what the video make?
Exactly.
Now you're going to start taking the L because you got to start, I'm telling you.
And it's not even you taking the L, but now you got to share, because you mentioned Cat Williams. And Cat Williams and you know Cat Williams a giver. He show love all day. See an open mic, you doing great. I know they ain't paying you nothing because I was an open micer. Take this 5,000, whatever, Keep doing what you're doing. On a random, don't even got to know you and won't do it in person. Have somebody else go do it because he don't want you to know. Or he don't want to be the one in front of everybody doing it. So Cat Williams probably showed up to Shannon Sharp like, I'm going to give you this for free. I don't need none of that. No contract, no nothing. You take this. This is your YouTube money. But I'm not doing that for you, Vlad.
He would never.
I'm not doing that for you. You signed the contract. You give me my percentage. Yep. And I think that's a way better. I just think that's a way better, practice. And you're right, 40K, 30%. He probably looking at it like, I'm not gonna get no money back from that. But who knows what Marlon would have did in that?
But it's
and who knows, Marlon? Because
hold on, before you change the point. One thing I want to say about the Cat Williams thing. In the comedic world, you're a comedian. You know what I'm saying? In the comedy world, yeah, Cat Williams a legend. Everybody know who Cat Williams is. If we talking just like pop culture, everybody in the world know Cat Williams. I wouldn't say before that interview, everybody knew who Cat Williams is. Black people, we know who Cat Williams is.
Yeah.
Cat Williams upped his own stock because of that as well. So he gave. But if before that interview, you say I'm doing a Cat Williams interview, nobody would have thought that was going to become the biggest interview in the world. But Cat knew what he was doing. Cat Williams is Cat Williams for a reason. He went out there and blew up Shannon and blew up himself. And you better believe the price went up. Yesterday's price is not today's price.
Not
but
more.
To your point, I don't mind spreading that love over here. For you, who we already think is a culture vulture, we think you getting people locked up allegedly. Of course, it's probably not true. But just the way you run your content, we already ain't really feeling what you doing over here. You think I'm finna give you some kind of player price or love? That's not finna happen. I know my worth. And Marlon might have just as much to say. We don't know. Marlon been in the game so long, we have no idea what Marlon could say or what Marlon might say to Vlad.
Yeah.
We have no idea.
If you ever see Marlon on Breakfast Club, he give it up on the Breakfast Club. Not like that, but you could tell that if he was in a different setting, like he might go on Joe Budden podcast or Yachty podcast or just one of these podcasts where they make you feel more comfortable and you could just talk. He might go on Quis and not stream and just be way more Actually, Marlon Wayans on Constant Our Stream might be fire. But like he might just go in there and give way more. So who's to say what he would have done on that Vlad interview with him being invested 30%? I might go on here and give you the Cat Williams. I might go on here and give you and tell you, oh, you can ask me, ask me that. Ask me whatever, and if I don't feel like answering, I'm just not going to answer. Pee Wee Longway. You know what I'm saying? So easy.
You know who I'd like, speaking of Vlad interviews? My man, I don't want to forget his name. But it's one of the FBG dudes that's been on there doing interviews. I can't think of his name.
Not FBG Butter.
No, not Butter. I want to say my man's name just because I don't want to.
I'm trying to think. Not
Bigger. That's what man. FBG Bigger. And this why I like, bro. He from the
light skin with dreads.
Nah, he a dark skinned dude.
Okay,
big dude.
I ain't never seen him.
Never seen him. But I watched his interview. He a total Chicago dude. Like he's what I think of when I used to go to Chicago. Bigger seemed like a Chicago dude. He's Chicago as hell, bro. Shout out to Bigger. But like in the interview, whenever Vlad be trying to pull his Vlad activities,
fried hard with the loud sauce.
He was checking Vlad so quick though. He'd be like, "No, Vlad, what you mean by that though?" Like,
yeah.
And like I like how he was like, "No, I'm not gonna let you just be saying your little." Like he was checking him like, "Okay, I'm gonna have to do my homework because I don't think so." Shout out to Bigger.
That Vlad, you brought up the you don't know if Vlad really doing the Fed stuff. I don't know, bruh. The fact that you would even ask about another man on camera is enough incentive for me, and you don't do it multiple times, enough incentive for me to be like, you into gossipy type of just wild behavior that's not of a side, excuse me for being chauvinistic, but it's just not of man behavior. Why am I asking you on camera about another man? The only reason I would do that is if Tyler did something crazy and I got to come to you and ask, hey, man, me and Tyler, was I tripped? Like, that's the only other. I'm not finna randomly, hey, so y'all both comedians. How do you feel about this guy asking me about this? I'm not finna do. That's just wild behavior. Is wild work. I should have enough things to talk to you about and interview you about. It's kind of disrespectful to Aries.
Now, wait. Time out. Hold that thought. I wanted to let you get most of that out because that's how most people will feel. Now, on the flip side, I actually agree with that. But this is the problem. We know all of that, and people still go on the platform. People still go on the platform. You know what this is. He's not finna give you an interview about your music. He's not finna give you an interview about the positive things you're doing in the community. He's finna interview about the things that he think he can sell to his people. And his people is his subscribers. And the people who ain't subscribed, who still go watch these videos. Like, the reality of it is, all of us still see it in our algorithms. And depending on the person, we all still click it. It's just to hate on it later. As long as you clicking it, people shouldn't go on there because it's other platforms you can go on. You can go on Gilly and Wallow. Gilly and Wallow can start doing interviews and cutting them up. We can make one of our own. We can do what 50 trying to do in Shreveport. We can make one of our own platforms have that kind of ability to promote new artists and classic artists and whatever. But we go on Vlad. And you know what you're going to get when you go on Vlad. So you can't go on there and then get upset about the kind of questions he's going to ask you. Or you can be a person like Bigger. You answer what you want to answer. You control.
Or Pee Wee Longway.
Pee Wee Longway.
He got
Benny
one of the
Butcher.
most infamous episodes.
Lil Baby. When he had Lil Baby on there, he asked that question about Jelly Baby. How you know about that? Mm-hmm. Like, you know what I'm saying? You can answer what you want to answer. Some people be going on there and be doing a little too much. When the Baby was on there, he was answering the questions, but look how he was doing it. He was making sure you're not gonna get me wrapped up into nothing too crazy. Like, you kind of control what you say. He might ask you the question, but to be honest, Vlad's to the point now where Vlad be talking most of the damn interview. You could just let him talk for the whole interview and still get your little money.
Yeah. And shout out. I was one of my guilty pleasures on YouTube is watching like interrogation videos or like people being caught and watching them being in there trying to talk to the cops. And that's one of the things that I relate to talking to Vlad. And the Pee Wee Longway thing, like you say, how you know about that? Like, tell me your story. I want to know what you know. Like, I didn't know nothing about this, but I am interested now. That sounds very entertaining. Please tell me what you know, because I would love to know, because I never heard of that. That sounds like a great story to me. Can I find that on YouTube? I'm a true crime fan. Like, I love that approach. And that's also one of the things that I feel like will be a very fun escape room is being in the interrogation room and seeing if you can they can get you to confess to like a murder or a crime you didn't do, specifically a murder. But like it's all fictional, but you go in there and they put you through it, and that's the escape room, getting out without confessing. And then later on, you know, we use that against the cops about like how they can trick people and that shouldn't be used. But for a while, we're gonna make a lot of money on TV watching people do that as an escape room show.
You gonna have shout out to Lil Woody,
Like a
man.
prank show? They used to
Lil
get people
Lil
picked up
Woody,
from work?
Lil Woody, bro, is also one of the funniest dudes on the internet right now, bro.
Who is that?
Everybody keeps saying Woody. It's actually Woody. For them
Do we
YSL
spell it
kids.
with a D or a T?
It look like Woody, but it's Woody. That's how you pronounce it. Lil Woody.
Put a T in it then.
Lil Woody?
If you put a T in it, then I'll say Woody like booty. If you put a D in it, I'm going to say Woody like Toy Story because that's what it spells.
Oh. Well, his mama named him Woody. I'm going to call him Woody. But no, like that funny as hell, bro. Shout out to that trial. Is one of the funniest things to watch on YouTube, bro. The actual YSL trial is hilarious to watch, bro.
Oh yeah.
I've been
That's who you talking
Lil
about.
Woody, that's his name.
So that real. I've been saying why I said Woody.
Exactly.
since
Everybody
whole
keeps saying
time.
it's Woody. He said it in the trial. It's not Woody. I can't say it.
Oh, I bet he did.
It's
say
not
it in the
Woody.
trial.
It Woody. Everybody keeps saying Woody. It's not Woody. It Woody.
Because that's
my mama.
important.
My mama called me Woody as a baby, and it's just stuck. It's Woody.
Because that's what's important right now, Woody. Jeffrey's life is on the line over there, and you worried about your name being pronounced right when you spelled it like Woody. All right? Nah, you YSL Woody. Actually,
I'm not calling no man
I take that
Woody,
back.
bro.
Hold on, my bad. I take that back.
You getting Woody?
You are YSL Woody. Whatever you want me to call you. Whatever you want me to call you, sir, I will call you, sir. YSL, whatever your pronouns and names are, just let me know. I will respect it. YSL Woody.
Craig,
sometimes you got to remember who you're
Craig,
talking
I
to.
would say Craig.
Sometimes you got to remember who you're talking
Wait a minute,
to.
he's dangerous. Woody it is. Woody. YSL. Why? Like WHY or just the
I
Y?
know, right? All capitals or
yeah, no lowercase, right? All right, got you.
would you like the YSL in front of it? Is it a baby thing like Lil Wayne say the baby or can I just say
Would you like
Woody,
a bottle
or...
of cologne with this? Good.